The LA Chargers get a great Marvin Harrison Jr. update. If you're new to the channel, this channel is all about the LA Chargers. We're Detroit Lions fans, but we live here in Michigan. We're Michigan fans. We're following Jim Harbaugh out to LA, so you get an unbiased look into your team. Plus, we know a lot about Jim Harbaugh and excited to see how he turns this thing around. So if it's your first time, don't subscribe yet. Watch the video. Make sure you like us before you do. But if you've watched a few videos by now, you're like, yeah, these guys are they kind of get it. They're kind of picking up on the LA Chargers. We're learning as we go. We know a lot about the Chargers, but also learning. It's been fun. Love the uniforms. I've always liked the Chargers. Just always liked them. But just kind of not been like anything over these last few years to really grab onto and like, yeah, I want to follow them. But now love it. Harbaugh's going to do some great things. Okay, Marvin Harrison Jr. For a long time, I haven't really talked about him falling to the Chargers because it's like, it's probably not going to happen. But it's still unlikely, but it's not zero by any the chances that he comes there. So here's the latest and why this update's huge. It's because according to the Athletics, Deanna Rossini, there's been some chatter about the Arizona Cardinals trading that fourth pick to a quarterback-hungry team that wants to move up. So there is a chance that the top 4 picks in the draft are all quarterbacks, which would allow the Chargers to take Harrison with the 5th pick. Absolutely. Why are we saying this? Well, if you look at it, here are the top quarterbacks in the draft. The top 3 have just really been established. And when you look at the mock draft, that's what is going on. Caleb Williams, all these top 3 need a quarterback. There they go. Then you get to the first 2 teams that don't need a quarterback. And it's like, okay, what's going to happen there, right? That's the first team that doesn't need a quarterback is the Cardinals. What are they going to do? I almost think they need a quarterback. Honestly, I mean, that's a whole nother video, but are they good at quarterback? So they probably are. I get it. But they need to trade that. And so if you look at the big board of quarterbacks, you can see Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and then, I mean, this is the one, Penix Jr. down here. Why he wouldn't be a top 5 quarterback, I have no idea. I don't get that at all. And so Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, even JJ McCarthy's the big question mark. And again, being a Michigan fan, let me just tell you the quick 30-second on him. No idea, because he was behind a loaded offensive line, a great running back, an unbelievable defense. And so he just didn't throw it that much. And when he did, it's like the box was so loaded up for the run and they had good play action and moved him around and he just would throw it. But I mean, it was not a traditional offense whatsoever because Michigan was so successful and efficient running the ball. I mean, it was always like 3rd and 3 at most. I mean, it was never 3rd and 10 and here we go, got to make a play. Rarely, right? So it's just hard to evaluate him. But Penix Jr., Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, they could all go in that 4th spot right here, allowing the Chargers to take Marvin Harrison Jr., which would just be crazy because you think about that. Oh my gosh. Harrison is a franchise altering prospect. It might seem unfair or extreme to say that someone who has never even stepped on the NFL field can change a franchise, but I agree. He's that good. He's that big of a number 1 wide receiver in a league now that is it's so dependent on you getting big plays through the air. You have to. Running the ball is always going to be important. And that's like, you cannot take away anything when it comes to running the football, but you've got to get chunk plays in the air. And so to have a quarterback that can do it, and now you've got a wide receiver, couple wide receivers, that would be, oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. But that is how great Harrison is. Sometimes you just know when a prospect is going to be a game changer, and Harrison is as safe of a bet as they come. Okay, let me know in the comments. Do you think there's any chance? It's not, is there a good chance? It's just, is there any chance that he falls past the Cardinals? I think so. I really do. But let me know in the comments. And then as we look at this, and by the way, thank you to everybody that over the last 2 or 3 videos, I've asked just like cool places to go in San Diego. I don't even planning to go there, but you guys have got me excited because it's like tacos, Padres game, go to San Diego, stay away from LA, and just go to San Diego, have fun. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So you guys gave me a bunch of tips in the comments from a guy that lives in Michigan. It's like, what would it be like to go out west? Just go to San Diego, go to the beach, go surfing. You even gave me surfing places like that does lessons. So I appreciate that. And we'll keep thinking. Keep thinking about going out to LA or San Diego. So, okay. Another thing, free agency's coming up. We looked at how easily the Chargers can get under the cap. They're still over the cap at this time, but the new league begins here in a couple of weeks. There's like tampering and some different things that can, like legal tampering, that can start going on. So keep an eye on that. But we've got next couple things are the new league year begins, and that's when the contracts really have to be solidified. You have to cut players before the new league year. Otherwise, they're owed certain money. So you've got Khalil Mack, you've got Bosa. Those are the two big decisions. Austin Eckler, wonder about him. Austin Eckler, I mean, this is just, again, outsider's perspective into the team. Haven't watched every single snap of Austin Eckler's career, but is he that good? I mean, really? And let me know in the comments. When I see and what I think of him is like a solid back, but then he was kind of like not running his mouth, but just almost getting to that distraction level where it's like, fine, man, you can have an opinion and all that, but it is tough when you start having your opinion and like the production's not there really. And you're just like, man, love you, but at the same time, it's an easy move on from him. Let me know in the comments on that, Chargers fan. Help me out with Austin Eckler. But that's another one, right? And we looked at a couple videos ago how you can get a couple really solid Gus Edwards. There's some really solid free agent running backs, and then you can draft a running back. And the running backs are all over in this draft. And let Jim Harbaugh go to work, because we looked at it when he got to Michigan. He turns just normal running backs into just very efficient 4 yards, 5 yards a pop. And it's just like, man, because his offensive line overnight with Jim Harbaugh's offensive line is physical. They're together. They don't make mistakes. I don't know how he does it. That's the biggest thing as I look at Michigan over the last 3 years, really his whole time, but really the last 3 years. Everyone talks about the Jim Harbaugh physicality. It's the Jim Harbaugh discipline that just don't make mistakes, don't fumble, don't jump off sides, don't make boneheaded plays. It's constantly going forward 2 yards, 7 yards, 10 yards, 20 yards, 6 yards. So, like, offensively, so good. Defensively, never giving up, just wide open, blown coverages. It's just very good at coaching football. He's just, I don't know how else to say it. He's a great football coach because his teams are so fundamentally sound. If you want to do something fun, go look back at what PJ Fleck said about the Minnesota coach, what he said about Michigan after they played. Michigan, Minnesota, PJ Fleck post game. That's it. They're talented and they don't make mistakes at all, ever. And so the last 3 years, especially, I can't think, I mean, it happened, but I mean, like the offense jumping off sides or the defense jumping off sides, free play. You just don't see any of that. So that's the biggest improvement I think people are forgetting about is Jim Harbaugh gets his teams just so mentally and emotionally locked in every game. It's hard to do that. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this one. Marvin Harrison, it's not crazy. There's a ton of good quarterbacks, and somebody could want one and come up and trade with Arizona. And there you go. 5th pick, Marvin Harrison. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.